questions that they pose. Students. The question was, how do you prepare yourself in terms of PR for AEC? A long, boring question. But it's a great question. What he's trying or she's trying to ask is that, am I prepared to be a part of the AEC? I never thought about the AEC actually. I thought about the world. I was preparing for the world. Because, you could fly from here to New York in how many hours time? 15. And it'll be shorter, 5 to 6 years from now, hopefully. And anyways, you can fly, maybe you can actually take a train from here to Wrocław, let's say 30 minutes in the next few years. So the world's getting smaller and smaller. English and Mandarin will be the medium of choice, will be the language of the world. So, I've been doing a lot of homework by inviting all these different international guests onto the show, not because they're famous, but because I just need practice. Because if I just talk to Thai guests all the time, my English will be worse than what it is today. So here's a few examples of how I've been preparing myself for the past few years for the international market or even AEC. I recently live where I'm trying to do a female TV host in Thailand. So you're going to Sydney to talk to Hugh. Uli. He's telling him that he's so No. So, I mean, what is it about women? Do you think they stare in your eyes, your face, your chest, your ass? Or, I mean, what is it?
I try not to think about it. No.
But have you ever asked your wife? I mean,
I've asked my wife, yes. But when I met my wife, I was doing a TV show where I was a prisoner. And I had like very short hair, long at the back. I was doing a lot of weights and I had massive tattoos. I think that's how I got her to fall for me. She kind of likes the bad boys.
Oh.
And then after that series, she was like, that's not you at all, really, is it? And I'd already got it by that point.
Now, I want to know, when you were living in Thailand, while you were shooting, or for like the past few months, what was it like? I mean, did you go prance around Bangkok, and did you get to go to the hawker stands? Did you do that?
It's fantastic.
You do that?
Yes.
I thought you only had to stay at the Oriental Hotel.
Well, we did. We stayed here for over 3 months.
Okay.
I mean, this is an amazing place with the river. And we were very lucky because that was the year your king's birthday.
Yes.
And it was all on the, we were out on the barge.
Wow.
And, oh, it was one of the most spectacular.
Wow.
And then you have your water festival.
Yes.
We were here for all that.
Did you celebrate it with us?
Yes.
All right, this is a boring interview. Next, please.
You know, it was a new experience.
Let's go to the recent one that I did
No,
with
it will have to be the gym.
the gym.
Yes.
You worked.
There's there's a distance in terms of perfection showing between the genders. Is it like that at home or no?
Nah, we're very affectionate.
He's trying to kiss me. Have you ever kissed yourself on television before?
You're not looking kiss my
That was fun. Let's pull up still photos of the three of us. That was a fun interview. They told me that I would get to talk to Will and his son for 30 minutes. And the minute before I entered the door, they said, 5 minutes. We only have 5 minutes for you, Thai TV. So I walked in there with my producer, lost and confused. I had 20 questions, but they said you only have 5 minutes. So Will was sitting there, Jaden was sitting there. I said hi, shook hands, from Thailand. And then my producer was fighting with the timekeeper. My producer is very feisty. I deserve 25 minutes. Broken English. And then we have to 25 minutes. Oh boy. While they were fighting, I was on a roll. What's up, man? Where you from? You know? So that's when I made use of my personality. You know, I talked to Will. I made him feel at home. I made him feel okay. So the interview started. From a 5-minute interview, it was so good that it became a 20-minute interview. And the timekeeper totally forgot about keeping time. Because she had so much fun watching the interview. And so did Will. And my point is, I've been interviewing all these great humans around the globe. And I realized that without the personality that you carry with you, you're not going to succeed in these interviews. For me, people have to feel at home when they're sitting with me. They have to feel as if they're my friend. As if they can relate to me and they can talk to me and they can just say anything they want to me. Now that takes a lot of practice. You won't believe how much I practice. I practice wherever I go. I mean talking, asking questions, even when I'm in the toilet. Every morning I still do that. Child, every morning. What do you do the first thing in the morning? Do you brush your teeth? Brush your teeth? Yeah. You don't brush your teeth. You take a bath? Well, I sit on the bowl, okay? I shit first thing. I enjoy it. That's when I get to think. And I practice on the bowl. Hey, how are you? Hey, what's up, Will? Hey, David. I do that all the time, even in the mirror, when I'm brushing my teeth. Hey, what's up, what's up? You need a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. Now, to develop a personality, some people might say, oh, it's inside of you. It's inside of you. Bring it out now. You have the personality. They're lying to you. It's not true. You might have the traits inside, but if you don't practice, it doesn't come out. Now, how do you find your personality that sells? That sells now. First of all, you have to be likable, meaning people like to watch you or listen to you. Second of all, your personality is different from everyone else. Not like the regular personalities you see everywhere around the streets. But third of all, you have to also check that your personality is something that most people would enjoy watching, or most people would enjoy listening to. Because if you're taekwondo too much, then that'll be a problem. People will get annoyed at you. You know what I do to find my own personality? I travel the world by myself. Because when you're with your friends, you're just going to act like your friends, or how your friends want you to be. So I would carry a backpack, go to Vietnam, India. I've never been to India. Vietnam, China. Because that's when I get to be myself. I go to the local bars and I talk to the bartenders, I talk to the people in the bars, and we just talk about crazy things. And that's when my personality really, really comes out. That's how I practice getting to talk to people. How do you walk into a restaurant or a bar without knowing anyone and end up knowing everyone in the entire restaurant? Having all their phone numbers, all their name cards. That's something you have to work on. So, for my recommendation to you is, go to a strange place without you knowing anybody, and if you can come out having everyone's phone numbers and knowing their faces and eventually becoming their friends on Facebook, then you've succeeded in developing your own personality. That's just my take for you. Now, personality and PR goes side